said I was sorry for what happened, and that I was inviting her to my place for dinner with my parents to apologize. I never mentioned it, being a joke though. So she comes to my house, greeted by my parents, and it all starts off very nicely. Everyone's chatting and she's relaxed. The potato story doesn't come out at all, but at one point, while we're clearing the table, my dad calls her aside and asks if potatoes were served at her parents' dinner. When she admits it, he looks alarmed and says, "That's bad. I've always tried to keep Andy away from those creeps." Then he makes an enigmatic face and walks away without going deep into detail. You should have seen her. If she were a less polite person, she would leave immediately, but she remained until the end of dessert, petrified, and looking as if she was at Ted Bundy's house for dinner. She finished her ice cream and she was out in a couple of minutes. Me and my parents were roaring with laughter. I never heard from her since. It could be a sad story if I wasn't deeply convinced you can have many girlfriends, but only one sense of humor. So it's easier to change girlfriend than to try and pretend to be a person you're not. Guys, I hope you like my story, and maybe even learned a couple things. Like that.
At Monster Java, and they don't serve lunch until 11. Got a new pair of gloves because I lost mine.
You get the keys to the toilet every time I need to go to the restroom, and I have a diarrhea. Perfect. I quickly got in and did my business successfully. I remember making sure no one can hear what I was doing, so I turned on the faucet. I flushed it and done. And as I was about to get off the toilet, I had to do it again. But this time, it did not flush.
Chicken a la king. Might have to grab another coffee.
Just to stay awake today. Kind of that kind of day too, isn't it? Hi girls.
Look at the cat. The cat ears.
Understanding it's no different with nutrition and the things that we do. Knowing that every child comes from different backgrounds and different households, and the amount of nutrition information that they're getting at home, or the importance that is placed on that at home, may look very different for different kids, along with the types of foods that they eat or the expectations behind that. So we can do whatever we feel is best and is needed and follows licensing, of course, in our child care settings or school settings, but we have to also remember that they have that home piece that is important as well. We have to honor that. So this particular guide, and again, this is really laid out like a resource guide, like a reference to the different elements. So like if a child care center was really trying to think like, what could we do to really build this type of food into our program, or come up with new ways, this is something they could access and reference, or families could do the same. So the first group in the sections that we looked at were fruits and vegetables. So it went through guidelines and then some other like what we could do to
Hi you guys, so I'm gonna take a nap for a while, because I feel like I really truly need it. I'm not joking. So I'm gonna take a nap, and I'm sorry if the rest of this video is a little boring. It's November 5th. I feel like watching Back to the Future too. I don't know.
Hi guys, well, I have to dust on take care of this stuff over here.
They keep a lot of the original boxing or packaging of products I bought, thinking I might sell them on Craigslist someday, but really I know I'd be too lazy to do that, so I should just recycle them. If there are clothes at the head of the closet or at the bottom of the pile in my drawers that I haven't worn in a year, then it was probably time to retire them, donate them, something. Just give them away. I know it sounds easy on paper, but personally, if I don't use an item on a regular basis, then it's probably better that someone else does. Hey guys, just want to let you know that this video is been brought to you by Audible, an awesome provider of premium audiobooks and other products. If you head on over to audible.com/Domix below, you can claim a free audiobook with a 30-day trial membership.
One yourself, I'm a genius.
Now you're free to do whatever you like, Homer.
Can I text while it's driving?
You can write a novel while you're driving.
Whoa. In today's publishing environment?
Do you have proof? Do you have solid proof?
Well, look at that. The car is driving home.
Wow,
see
as
my
far as
locker?
I'm
Wanna
concerned,
see?
I was
That I
never
didn't steal?
forfeit my control of the wheel. Homer's making a
there.
smoothie while he
See?
drives.
I want to make smoothies when I drive.
Rang the bell, then I saw your car in the driveway, sir.
I'm just gardening. It relaxes me. What's up?
I just wanted to make sure you were all right.
Because I didn't want to have sex with you last night? I'm fine.
You were in the middle of dancing, and then you
rich assholes.
I want to get back at him. That's something we can do.
Ray? I'm sorry. We're doomed. That felt not bad. Yay. Did I say that right?